The slap heard around the world.
Yep.
This is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down. Yo, bitch, don't let your bitch go, nigga. Man, this a little story all about how them niggas in Detroit, Michigan get down.
Only in Detroit.
Oh, that shit was so funny. I think it's funny how people are going so crazy about that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't have too much to say about Will Smith.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you want to crack the beers before or after the intro? Up to you.
Let's do it now, I guess.
All right. What do you got?
Well, we're gonna talk about them, so.
All right. Let's just start it then. All right.
All right.
Here we go. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is Missing the Homies. And this month, we have the homie Collin. What's up?
Hey, I've got an emergency. My sister's crying, so she's not literally. But she's called me 3 times. So
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Sorry about that, Tone.
No, you're all good. Let's try that. Let's try that again. All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Missing the Homies, the show where homies come on and we just shoot the shit. And this month we have Collin. Welcome.
Awesome.
But yeah. So what beer you got for that you're gonna be sipping on today?
Pretty special one, and it's not old or rotted. So
yeah, not any 7-year-old spicy stout.
Griffin Claw. 1/12/22.
Ooh, Griffin Claw. Okay, what do we got? Irish dry cereal stout. Ooh, some Lucky Charms action.
I had this one, probably like a week before St. Pat's. It hit the spot. Honestly, it was really good. You can only get it at the brewery, I think, because I couldn't get my hands on it otherwise. So, really solid stuff.
Is that a stout or is that an Irish ale? I literally just read it.
It's a stout. Yeah. Technically, yeah, stout. Mm-hmm.
I expect nothing less from you. All right, so this is what I got, and I literally just read what it was.
Okay.
As I sat down because I saw the can and immediately grabbed it. I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to be drinking.
Nice.
It's called Mini Unicorn.
Oh, wow. That's a colorful can, man. Wow.
By Pipeworks Brewing, which is brewed and canned in Chicago. So that's pretty sweet.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's different.
It's only 5%, so it's nothing crazy, but it's a IPA with Citra, Simicone, Mosaic, and Amarillo hops, which honestly sounds like pretty much every IPA.
Yeah.
When we were in Boston, Renee was asking me because at Trillium they had the name of the beers and then they had the hops that were in them.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, what does this mean? What does this mean?" I was like, These are just like the hops that are in them. Like that means nothing to, I'd say 80% of the people who come in." But it was all like Citra, Mosaic, and all of that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But what was the one that they had? Vaiety? Whatever one they gave to me was like their. I told the guy because when we got there, I was like, look, my cousin told me to come try this place. You give me whatever is your guys' like biggest seller, and he gave me their. I want to say it was called not Virility, Vicinity. Renee said it's called Vicinity.
Okay.
And it was a double IPA. It was pretty good, actually.
Dude, their stuff is, I don't know, it's slapped. I really enjoyed it.
I really like a New England IPA, and to have a New England IPA in New England was...
Yeah, you literally tried the OG that made it.
Was Trillium the OGs?
One of the 2 breweries that originated the style.
Who was the other one?
I don't know, to be honest. I forgot.
No worries.
But they were also in Boston. Sorry.
All right, ready? I'm going to crack mine.
All right. Sweet. Cheers.
Cheers. Honestly, pretty good. Not super hoppy, which is how I like my IPAs.
Nice. This one's
yeah. Yours is you said you had yours before. Yours is pretty good.
yeah, delicious.
I'm still trying to. I mean, I know I don't think they make it, but I'm still looking to find the what was it? The raspberry dragon claw or dragon's milk.
Okay.
The one that we had at that brewery.
Yeah, dude, they haven't made that since that drop.
Oh, really? That's the only time.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wish they would drop it. It was a slam dunk. I mean, I think all of us love that one.
Oh yeah. What else did we have then? They probably had like the toasted coconut.
That sounds right.
That I still
wasn't out at that point, was it?
Which one?
I don't think the white one was out at that point.
It was because that was the first place I tried it.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I remember when we came, you were like, "Oh yeah, we just." Oh no, because all of us, well, you and me, we had both seen it at the store, but
Okay.
you had told me you tried it, and that was the first time I tried it.
Okay, gotcha.
Which was actually pretty good.
So good. I think it was like, it's just I don't know why it flopped. It flopped in my store. I couldn't sell it.
I mean, there's so many, and I mean, nothing hit like regular Dragon's Milk.
True.
Like, but I mean, I think craft beer is also starting to like slowly die down with all of the seltzers.
And costs going up. I mean, right now, I guess it might be a temporary thing, but just sales are down big time.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in the store in a long time, but it seems like every single time I go back to Vreeland, there's like 20, 30 new beers that I've never even heard of.
Yeah, that's true. That's valid. The seltzer game is crazy, dude. I don't know how they keep pushing it. Sonics just dropped their own.
Luke just texted me 2 days ago and was like, "Look what they just came out with."
Not bringing it in, bro. I don't have room for that.
Well, yeah.
Back Coors. Who else dropped? Mike's Hard Lemonade. I mean, just so many big
Mike's
names.
Did a seltzer?
Yeah, and it's just like can't keep up, and they're not selling. I mean, there was also that Travis Scott one that started with a cacti.
You didn't like them?
Oh no, nobody bought them. I sold like 2.
So I'm trying to think when I had. Oh, it had to be around Anjali's birthday. Yeah, it was her 21st. So last year, I got a 12. I got a variety pack just to like surprise. Yeah, I wanted to try it, and so I grabbed it, and I was gonna go surprise her anyway. So I was like, oh, whatever. I'll just pass it out there to all of her friends. And somebody told me, they're like, you would love the pineapple. You would love the pineapple. You would love the pineapple. So I was like, okay. At that point, I wasn't a huge fan of seltzers. Like now, I'll have a Truly's. I'll have a White Claw. And I don't hate them. Not that I'm like, it's not my favorite thing to drink, but so I remember pulling up and surprising Anjali and then giving all of her friends one. And I was like, you know what? Let me do this. And I remember because it was in the oh my God, what was that place called? It's called Mavericks now on West Road.
Okay.
House of Beers. Okay,
gotcha.
It was in the House of Beers parking lot. Because I took a sip and it tasted like fucking Lake Erie Metro Park wave pool water. Like, it was disgusting. And I remember I took like a big sip and I was in a TV show. I spit it out and Anjali's like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. Everybody just lied to me. Everybody said that this was the one I was going to love. And then I tried to give them to her friends and I found out then that none of them were 21. It was like just Anjali. So I was like, okay, yeah, you guys can't have these. And then I wound up drinking them with my buddy Tony, and we got fucked up off of them. And they're only like 5%. I think we killed the whole case.
Travis.
Yeah, shout out to Travis Scott.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you had Pabst. Even Dragon's Milk had their own seltzer.
Did
Crazy.
they?
Yeah, dude. Flop again. They sent it without asking me. Pissed me off.
I didn't even hear about that one.
Yeah, shows you how big of a flop it was.
Yeah, not even
But
whatever. But I have been flipping through this beer snob book, like we talked
okay.
about last time, and I wanted to go through. There's like these terms, and it says terms every beer snob should know, and I think we decided pretty unanimously that we would both be considered beer snobs in the eyes of this book. So I was going through some of them, and I was like, you know what? This would probably be good to go through with Collin, because I wanted to see if you know what all these were.
Okay.
So, if you'll allow, I'm gonna.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. So the first term every beer snob should know is adjunct.
Don't know that one.
Do you know what that means? Okay.
No.
So adjunct is unmalted grain or other ingredients such as rice, honey, or syrup added to the mash. For
Okay.
texture, sweetness, or flavor. Okay. So that would be just all
It's
this.
interesting. I feel like we've gone to so many breweries and nobody's ever said that word, bro.
I was
so it makes me think just based off the first word, somebody wrote this book
does not brew beer.
Yes. Who's never drank craft beer. Just based off that. But we'll see.
All right. So we're starting strong with the first word. Oh my god. Okay, so the second one is attenuation. The difference between the original and final. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know what attenuation? No. Okay. The difference between the original and final gravity, which indicates how much of the sugar has been consumed by the yeast. And then I don't even know what gravity means. Gravity. Aside from that, shout out John Mayer. That was one of the songs we played throughout Iceland, huh?
Oh yeah. That's funny. That's true.
OG. Oh, okay. So, I guess it just has to do with the sugar. Anyways, so I would say we're 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Okay, a barrel. I'm sure.
Yeah, barrel.
Sure. Okay. Do you know how many gallons a barrel is?
No. No, I couldn't tell you actually.
I mean, I didn't know this either, but so a barrel is 31 gallons, which is
okay. Quite a bit.
Big brew. Oh. This one just says big brew, and this book is using it for big beer. It says in parentheses without naming any names. Okay. The body. The body of the beer.
Sure.
A brew pub.
Okay. Yep.
Let's see. A cask.
Yep.
So I wonder what the difference, because cask just says a barrel-shaped vessel. So I wonder what the difference between a barrel and a cask would be.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one was, I think, was the most interesting, and I wanted to ask you because I'm not in the stores as much as I was.
Sure.
So a craft brewery is an umbrella term for the breweries operated blah 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 blah, small, independent, and traditional. Mm-hmm. But there's 4 subcategories.
Oh wow. Okay.
So there's a microbrewery.
Okay. Yep.
A small brewery, an independent, and a nano brewery.
The only one I ever heard of is nano, I guess, but I mean it's pretty interesting. I mean, there's like the Brewers Associate, or there's an association for like craft brewers, and like I don't think they even distinguish that difference. I mean,
but like, so I guess the reason I asked that, or that I thought that was interesting, because isn't or what was the one that like just recently got bought out by Bud? Was it Sam Adams? Did Sam Adams got bought by Bud? Not.
I feel like they got Founders too.
Founders. That was the one I was gonna ask.
Okay, and then Bell's too now, bro. It's crazy. I don't think we have many independents left here, like heavy hitters. I don't know.
Because this book, which as we've already established, cannot be trusted. So, an independent brewery is where a big company like Anheuser-Busch, something like that, owns less than 25% of the company, but what was it? Founders just got completely bought out, right? So Founders isn't.
Yeah.
And so then I guess. Okay, so I guess a microbrewery sells fewer than 15,000 barrels. So I guess they could be still considered a microbrewery as long as their as their volume doesn't increase. I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna search Founders barrel count. So that's interesting. 15,000. As soon as you pass that, you're not a microbrewery.
Yeah, that's. Would you be considered like sells up? Okay. So then I guess you would be. If you sell more than 15,000, you're considered a small brewery.
Okay.
And then I guess after that would be whatever, a big old.
And it says they run through 466,700. So, I mean, technically, I've been classifying them as craft or microbrew. I guess maybe they're craft, but not microbrew then.
So I guess I guess that's not important. A craft brewery would be whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was sold to a Spanish company. Apparently, 90% stake was sold.
Them damn Spaniards.
Sells majority of ownership, announces its last season of CBS. Yeah, it's bullshit, bro. They'll come back for that in 2 years.
Dude, this mini unicorn is actually
That's
pretty
just
good.
too expensive. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like it, man.
And I didn't even think it was a Chicago brewery. I got this one at a different place. Actually, I got this at Trader Joe's. Shout out to Trader Joe's. So what have you been up to, dude? I'm sorry, I'm rambling about beer.
No, it's cool. I enjoy it always. Just talking is great. Yeah, not a whole lot. Going to Top Golf with some cousins tomorrow. When are you posting this video?
This is gonna be posted Monday.
Oh, okay, good. Because we're gonna surprise Toast tomorrow for like late 30th, I guess. It's a secret, but he won't see this.
He definitely won't. So happy birthday, Toast. Not that Toast is watching this.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. But hey, Toast, comment,
Yeah,
anyway.
Toast, if you're watching this, or better yet, Bill, if you're watching this, leave a comment. Toast's dad watches all my videos, and I love it. He always comments every single video.
Awesome.
It's so funny.
That's cool. I still got to watch the one with your grandma, like that you did recently, but I still got to.
Dude, and I did a travel vlog from when I was in Boston.
Oh, that's sick. I need to see that for sure. It'd be so cool.
I was a little bummed out because the weather was too shitty to do any drone shots like I normally would do. And then it was too shitty. Like I said, I didn't even get to go to the Sam Adams Tap House. But,
yeah,
It
is what it is. Yeah, there's some pretty crazy high winds going on right now today too, but well, I guess I went to Granite City today, had an Irish red that they brew. It was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because it's the first time where my coworker, she's an experienced hire that came mid-COVID. She's never really taken anyone out to eat or whatever, like for whatever.
Yeah.
Don't
worry, I can cut it.
Okay.
I got I got you.
But basically, so the guy that we're taking out is like she got water, he got water. I was like, I'm
gonna get a beer.
I shut my mouth. I was like, I'll just get an iced tea or whatever. and then he saw that there was a beer menu sitting there. He's like, bro, do you want a beer? I was like, yeah.
Bro, you're straight up Michael Scott. Doing that shit where you're getting a bloomin' onion for the table to seal the deal.
So he's like, yo, I'll get one too then. And he was looking at him. And I was like, I'll get the lager red. He's like, I'll do the red. And then she's like, okay, I'll do a cider. Like she was, she like hesitated a little for a second, I think. And then the waiter comes, we order. He's like, yo, do you guys want the 16 or 23? I was like, throw that 23 on there.
Yeah, throw that on the company car, baby.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. But yeah, nice time.
That's too funny. So that's good. You've been just been staying busy. Have you know what I found?
Oh, go.
Sorry, no. I cut you. Go.
I was just gonna say this is my first time back in the house. Like literally, the past like few hours have been the first time back in the house. Going back to Sunday, so I've been in Rochester Hills the whole time.
Oh shit. So
Yeah,
you
as
just
you caught me the other day, like I was there, but yeah, just gonna be there like Monday to Wednesday, Monday to Thursday going forward, I think. And we got a car, so now we're back at 5 cars finally. Like
all
practically
right.
all of COVID, we were running on 4, so we saved a boatload.
Yeah.
So.
You know any good insurance adjusters who can who helped you out with that car deal? I don't know if that's the same insurance.
Oh, no. I mean, so like my dad was just like shopping around everywhere, and there's like the hookup he's got in Downriver, but like he was looking at a Blazer, and then we ended up going with like this caddy. He wanted to just make my mom happy for like their anniversary, also like just her birthday is like a double whammy gift.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's cool.
That's sweet. That is really sweet.
And then Miranda's revving it and shit, and I'm like.
Wait. So what are you driving these days?
Truthfully, I don't know. We're trying to square away who's going to drive what. But I've been driving the Equinox. I guess I might get this huge Yukon like tank to drive around. But
dude,
cars. So
is it good?
It makes sense for one of the siblings to drive it because them two especially drive well that, but also they drive the least, and it's a guzzler.
I was gonna say like that would almost. Like if they're gonna pawn that off on you,
they can't afford it. So like, I'm like, I'll take it. I mean, if I'm in the East Side 3 to 4 days a week, it's fine. I mean, it's not gonna make or break,
Yeah.
So I told him I'm okay with that too. So it's all in the air. We're gonna probably discuss in the next day or two.
Plus, man, you got that big boy job, man. You could afford $80 in gas.
Oh, it's a hundo.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, it's a hundo. I love that puppy at Bloomfield Hills. It was $4.59 today at the gas. So
wow, you know what it is around the corner for me?
What?
$5.40.
Are you serious?
I shit you not, bro. I drove past the gas station today, like the one that's like around the corner from me. I drove by and it pissed me off. And I looked at my my gas tank. I was like, you better make it. It's insane.
That's terrible.
And then last time I was home, I was talking to Uncle Munder, and he was saying something about the gas, and he's like, "Oh, what is it for you?" Blah blah blah. I told him it was like over 5. He's like, 5. Blah blah blah. He got like all mad. I was like, man, what do I care? I need it. Like, I'm not gonna shop around for 2 cents here, 3 cents here. Like, I gotta get it.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because like I guess in Yemen they blew up a huge oil factory in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, why would you do that? You just ruined everyone's lives.
Jesus, it's about to go up to $10 a gallon next week.
It's gonna be a massive refinery, I guess. So I mean, it happened like 4 days ago now, or 5 days ago. So it would have like,
and even later for the people who will be watching this.
Yeah, that's just crazy. So
yeah, no, that's it's fucked up out here. But, I'm really I don't know if I told you this, but I'm applying to other jobs for like production companies. Okay,
that's what's up.
And there's one that I'm like, knock on wood, really hoping to. No, they're all in Chicago for now, but I'm looking at like sort of changing, like, not career path. I guess. I guess it would be like roles. Because, like, right now I'm more on the production side as, like, a crew member. And I'm trying to make the move to, like, producer. So, fingers crossed. That'd be cool. But this place is, like, 15 minutes away. I could just take the train, save hella money on gas.
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
I was just going to say, so, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, man.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything back. I applied like a week ago.
Okay. Yeah, maybe after like Monday or something, just reach out and say, "Yo, how's it going?"
Yeah, I'm
pull up at their front door.
Yeah, just show up, be like, "Hey, I have an interview," and they're like, we don't do in-person interviews," and we're like, "Oh, sorry, they told me to come in."
Here's my card.
So hopefully that'll be cool. And then yeah, I'm trying to. I would love to get some kind of gig where I could come to Michigan and still work, and
Be sweet.
that would be so sweet.
Well, how would that transition look with your homie? I guess where you're currently at. Like, would you just say deuce and after 2 weeks or something, or how would that transition?
No, I'm sort of in the process of filling my role, and there's
Dude, that's awesome.
so I've just been kind of like putting out feelers, making job postings and doing that kind of stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, so that would be. I mean, it would be a big change, and I don't know. I have a good feeling about it, so it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else? What else? There's another thing I was gonna tell you, because that is like, I'm trying not to talk about that too much, because it's making me nervous, because I haven't. I feel like I have bad luck with applying to places. But this is the first time that I've applied to some place.
So much experience under your belt, though.
Well, that's like redoing my resume, because I haven't touched my resume in like 3 years since I graduated. But redoing it, I was like, oh man, like I do have the skills. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. Anyways, I remember the other thing I was going to tell you. Have you seen the new, I guess it's not new at this point, but the most recent Justice League movie?
I have not. It's on HBO, right? It was released on HBO.
Yeah. So so I just watched it yesterday.
I heard there was like way too many slow-mos, like constant slow-mos was the annoying thing.
It was a long movie. It was like
3 hours, right?
It's like 3 hours and 50 minutes. Like it's almost 4 hours.
Okay, gotcha.
But
say Batman was 3 hours. It was good.
Okay, so we could, since you haven't seen the Justice League, we can talk about that another time. What did you think of the new Batman?
I enjoyed it. Like the cousins, when we went, like they were like sort of like everyone had like different opinions. Generally, everyone liked it though.
Yeah, but I'm asking you because I know you are a Batman Beyond fan. You read the comics, and also, I tell you this all the time. Yeah, I tell you this all the time recently, dude. Yeah, but you have gotten me into comics. Like,
I almost wanted to offer Miles my comics. I know I gave it to Gracie Kizzy. Mm-hmm. She was not feeling it though. Yeah, and I might have started her off with like the wrong ones possibly, but it all depends on the writer. I think that's huge, and like the time that it's made. I mean, like you see. Obviously 70s, 80s, 90s, like different forms of writing, what they could say, I guess.
Yeah.
Like there were like no cuss words back in the day. Then they started incorporating that a bit. And then they started, changing up character identities and backstories a bit. And,
dude, I just read the 2004 to 2006 run of Moon Knight.
Okay. Isn't the movie or something? A TV show or something?
So the Moon Knight TV show just dropped on Disney Plus.
Oh no way!
Yesterday.
Okay, I've got to watch that, dude. That's huge. Thank you.
It's so cool. But Moon Knight is, out of all of the movies and TV shows that have come out, Moon Knight is the only person that I knew zero about. So I was like. So I was like, I'm gonna read some comics. So I read that whole run, and actually I went and got this.
Oh, nice! There we go. It's sweet.
It's like a first appearance. It's like the definitive first appearance, and then it's like 4 or 5 other stories. But it's like early Moon Knight stuff.
That's sweet. That's so cool. Yeah, I knew the character from Ultimate Alliance. Outside of that, I never really.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance was how between you and Doran taking me to Comic Cons and Ultimate Alliance, that is my basis for superhero knowledge.
The cool thing is I geeked out a bit. I think think both of the games had it, but like there's like a database where you could see like the origins and read about like each character or whatever. I don't think I did that for Moon Knight, but yeah, that was a cool feature that it offered.
I see now that I'm like circling back to all of it, because I feel like when I would go with you and Doran, to me it was just fun to go and see everything. And I mean, I wasn't reading comics or anything, because I feel like it was too overwhelming, because especially like all of your comics, I was like, oh man, like Collin has all of these. I don't know any of this. Oh yeah. But so now I think it's funny because there's like 10 times more than there was then, but now I'm diving into it.
It's great. I mean, yeah, it's the content's nuts. So
and actually, I have something that I want to show you because I found these the other day. Do these look familiar?
Oh yeah, dude. Check this. Hold on. You know, I got this in my room. Like it's been sitting here since day one.
Hey, yeah,
bro.
Dude, that's so funny. I found these, and out of the ones that I have,
that guy had everything though. From what I remember, like there was a huge selection.
Deadpool, who love the movies now, so I think it's so funny that I like just have stayed loving these characters.
Yeah.
So Deadpool, Black Suit Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah.
Regular Spider-Man.
We need to go to Comic-Con now, man. You got me excited. Batman, yeah.
Batman. And who is the last one? Moon Knight.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
And what's
so crazy.
What's even funnier is like once I found these, I like flashback so hard to that day, and I had no fucking idea who Moon Knight was. But I was like, this is the coolest looking guy ever. And now he's probably the character that I've read the most comics about. And like his show, I watched the first episode and it was so cool. But yeah, no, we definitely have to go to a Comic-Con again.
Be sick. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like there's just, I don't know. Doran got me started off. I could tell you bought me like 5 issues, and they were like, pretty sure every single one was Green Lantern from like that series that started in 90 and ended in 2004. So he got me into him too. So I guess, I don't know. And he was only there because of his dad, I think, originally. Like Adam and Eve was at Comic-Con.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day, like one year, like he showed up. Probably selling a lot of weird shit, but whatever.
I didn't know that though, because
a lot of kids there, man. So I don't know.
But that's so wild, because I always wondered how. I just figured that was something Doran was always into, but that's funny that maybe we should get Doran on one of these just to sit.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I don't know if we want to do like a week where 1 week where we line up Steven and Doran like different days.
Yeah,
just a guest week.
Yeah, we could totally do that. That would be so much fun. Because I mean that's super easy. But yes, dude, I think we should definitely go to a Comic-Con one of these days, especially now that we'll be young adults with real money. Like I could buy myself another Batarang.
Yep. I've got those. I've got 2. Hold up.
Oh, you have? I was gonna ask because I gave mine to Uncle Matt.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Because the reason I gave mine to Uncle Matt. Little backstory or little story time for those of you who were not there when we were. How old were we when we went to Comic-Con?
Man, we're probably like between 12 and 16, 17.
I was gonna say there's no way we could. I know I didn't drive.
We dropped off a couple times.
Oh yeah. That's what's.
I bought these with my buddy Brendan. I think it came in a 3 or 4 pack. So yeah, he got a couple of them too. I was telling him like, oh, I know this barn in South Lyon. Like we were teenagers. I was like, we could just drive up there. It's abandoned. We could just fucking whip these at the wall. So I don't know why that came to mind, but
so what happened with mine because I didn't tell my parents I bought a Batarang. So for
Mhm.
those who weren't there, don't know what I'm talking about. We were at Comic-Con. I had to be like 14.
Yeah.
I had to be like 13 or 14. And there was this booth that sold knives and swords and like switchblades and shit. And my 14-year-old ass saw this brass knuckle Batarang that was like, it had to be like at least 2.5 feet long. Like it was I couldn't get my fingers through the holes because my hands were too small. And Uncle Matthew was there, right? Uncle Matthew.
Yeah, we bumped into him. Yeah, now that you mention it, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I had my uncle buy buy me this, and
That is such a wild memory, dude. Oh my gosh.
it was I remember it was like $60-something because I was like, this is like all the money I have in the world. I had like 60.
That's a good thing about being young. You could like negotiate almost with some people a bit.
Yeah,
I was able to get $5 dropped, $10 knocked off big purchases.
yeah, because if you think about it now, there's this fucking kid coming up to you with $65, and half of it is in singles, some of it is in quarters, because this is all the money he has in his life. Like, you got to feel bad for him and just be like, yeah, just give me the dollars.
Yeah.
But so anyways, I took it home. Like, I stuffed it in my backpack when I went home that night. Didn't tell my parents, and every now and then I hid it underneath my bed. So every couple of days or whatever, I would pull it out from under the bed in the shoebox that it was in, take it out, and I remember it was in like this black sheath. So there was one day I opened up the sheath and it was jammed, and so I ripped it and it sliced my finger. I was like, I need to get rid of this. And this was like maybe 2 months after I got it. I was like, I can't trust myself with this. So I gave it to Uncle Matt. I think I wrapped it up for Christmas or something, and here, Uncle Matt, I thought you would really like this. And I remember it was
used it at Michigan Ave.
bro, it was at his house too. Christmas was at his house that year, and I remember taking him into the basement or a laundry room or something and being like, I have a gift for you, but it's kind of weird. And I remember him opening it up, and he's just like, why is there a fucking brass knuckle Batarang knife wrapped up? And again, I was 13, 14. I was like, what the hell?
He's awesome, dude. He took it personally when I didn't invite him. As a joke, he was laughing. He didn't really actually take it personally. He was like, oh, why didn't you invite me? You invite my son, but not me. And I'm a big fan.
That is kind of fucked up.
Fan,
that is kind of fucked up of you.
Oh, the fear was I could have invited Tommy Concha too. I don't know, it was just where would the line end,
Right.
So that was the fear.
But so you personally, did you like the new Batman?
I liked it. I liked the look they gave it, the environment, different look. Some of the stuff was corny.
What? What did you think was corny?
One thing that stuck out that really immediately comes to mind was when this guy there's the electricity wire or the electric wire just hanging right over the water. This guy jumps, he slices it, and this guy falls like he's gonna die. And then they're like, this guy's good. Just keep going. Keep shooting. What was that? That was a little confusing. And nobody jumped to help the guy. They just let him fall and assume he's dead for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy got electrocuted, bro. You think this guy's gonna just get fried and die, but
that's so funny.
That was the only thing, actually. But outside of that, really enjoyed it. I mean, they went into some cool detail, gave it a whole new look, gave it a whole new background. Not like a background, but they twisted it.
I feel like they finally made a detective Batman. That was that was my thing walking out. And I just kept telling Renee that.
Great point.
Because going to the comics or even the animated series, what is Batman's he has no superpower, but what's his biggest superpower? He's the world's greatest detective, and this is it's crazy that this is.
I thought that finger thing was nuts, the flash drive or whatever.
All of it, I was like, What?
Like you said it right, actually, dude. You summed it up in a way that I don't think any of us thought of. But like, yeah, that literally is spot on. Like, literally, the whole thing had you thinking, like, constantly, like you engaged.
And not that the Dark Knight wasn't good or Heath Ledger wasn't scary, but I felt like, and I mean, the Riddler's kind of a joke. Everybody thinks the Riddler sucks.
Yeah, they portray him like an idiot or something.
And he's like and in this one, for them to go like the serial killer route was just there were points in the movie where I was like my hands were so wet because I was so nervous. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, this is such a
adrenaline rush. Yeah,
I really
they really put you in the world. I mean, like, that's what I liked about it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. We are actually running up on time. So I guess we could pick this up next time because I wanna because I guess maybe that no, I don't even want to give you homework because it's such a long movie. But I was gonna say you should.
I have HBO is the only problem.
Oh, you don't have HBO? Oh, I can give you mine.
Okay. That'd be cool. But whenever you have a chance, because I also want to see Titans. I watched like half of Titans 1, like season 1, and I never got around to the rest because my free trial ended. But anyway,
yeah, I'll
definitely recommend Urban Legends if you come across it, or if you want to come to town, I'll give you whatever I have. They're on issue 13 now. Literally has 4 or 5 different Batman stories from like I guess not necessarily Batman. It could be the Bat Family, could be Batman Beyond, different stuff. So really cool stories here, and it like different artwork, different artists. Literally like super cool. Getting so many vibes in one comic. Very cool.
With since I got this iPad, I downloaded the Marvel Comics app, so I've been like getting back into reading all of them. But after this Batman movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I need to get into reading DC. So once I finally get to that point, I'm gonna hit you up first.
Oh, for sure.
Because
that's something I wish I did a little more Marvel. Like, I really actually shy away. I'm looking at my stuff, and really the only Marvel I have is Spider-Man 2099, which is it was like a limited drop. I guess like it didn't take off from the 90s, and there were like 50 issues and it died. So I've got like up until issue like 30 or so.
Yeah.
And then they rebooted it in the 2010s, I guess. I don't know what we're supposed to call them, but 2010s. Yeah. So there've been like 2 series that have dropped since. But
speaking of Spider-Man, I also picked up this one when I was in Boston. That's what I did half of the time. I went to a comic book. Not even half the time. But so this comic, I think, is, if I remember correctly, this is the storyline that the new Marvel Spider-Man movie pulls from.
No way.
Like with the whole Doctor Strange and the
Great.
I think it is. So I got this, and this is definitely something I'm gonna get through one of these days.
Nice.
So yeah. So okay, cool. I think we end this one here, and we'll definitely have to figure out a day with Steven. And then if we can figure out a day with Doran, if Doran so blesses us with his presence, we can get that. Because also, also I found one of my Yu-Gi-Oh decks, and that would be.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. Yeah.
That would be a fun time just to sit and talk. I would have to hit him up to see if he has any of his, because I know you have yours.
Yeah. Sure, he's got his stuff. I mean, he wouldn't have, gotten rid of that. I don't think.
I hope not. But anyways, okay. I think this is it.
All right, man.
Peace.
Great seeing you. Thank you for having me.
Dude, stop. Thank you for coming straight home from work and hopping on this.
Totally. I was excited.
My man's is still in his work clothes.
Headed back, but wanted to catch up, so I was excited to see you.
All right, and on that, I think we're out. So, peace.